What is up, guys? Welcome back to our end of the market update for this beautiful Monday, April the 5th of 2021. All I have to say, guys, is wow, what a great start to the week. What a great start to the month. Okay, April is looking beautiful. All right, April's looking beautiful, and it'll only get better. So today's action was mostly due in part that Friday, since Friday was a holiday, right? Good Friday, we had the markets closed, but futures markets were open, and the jobs report data came out anyway, and it came out as a beat. All right, so Friday it was a 960,000 jobs added, something like that. 960,000 jobs added in the month of February versus 600 and something thousand jobs that was expected. So that was a huge beat, as you can tell, and those are good signs. So the market took that as a positive, and it gave us beautiful movement today. A great opportunity out there, but don't worry if you missed it. It's fine. There will be opportunities coming ahead. This is just a start. Nasdaq hasn't broken to new highs. It's looking like it will, and so let's talk about it. All right. So in front of us is the Nasdaq, and as a recap, right, coming off from February 16th high, we sold off in 3 waves down into wave 2. We since then went up to in wave 1, A, B, and C into wave 2, which was pretty appropriate with our fib levels. Came down to the 61%, 61.8 retracement of the overall wave 1 advance, which is the golden pocket. It's a good zone of support, and it gave us this huge rally. So up in 1, down in 2, we ramped up and broke all overhead resistance. All right, so we're now over here at the 200% extension of wave 1 versus wave 2. So just as a quick educational, so the way to get this tool is that you take the bottom of wave 1 to the top and project it down to wave 2, and you get your fib ratio. So that's a little bit overextended. So what I'm expecting coming into this week is that we see a pullback. Try to fill these gaps. All right, we're gonna have to try to see if we can fill this gap here, then we fill this gap down here, and at some point this gap will need to get filled. All right, so but short term, these are the 2 gaps that I am mostly concerned for. And so sure enough, where do we see support coming into these before we do any fib levels? So support will come in. Let me just extend this. All right, as you see here, there are levels in which we should be watching. Okay, there's this zone here, there's this zone here, the high of the previous wave 1, which is normally a level of support, and we have the gap closed. So what I expect to happen coming into this week is that if we are going to see a pullback in the wave 4, right, we will normally take a fib extension from the low of wave 2 to the high of wave 3, and we're going to find support somewhere in the vicinity of the 50% to the 61.8% retracement of wave 3. Okay, so again, that falls exactly within these 2 gap areas. So anticipate that we can get filled, all right, and that there will be a pullback. So at which point, once we see this pullback happen, right, do expect that there will be some dip buys, because this is pretty impulsive. All right, this isn't any price structure indicative of a correction. All right, there's 3 waves, there's 5 waves here, or 3 waves so far, but pretty much impulsive, and we're going to go higher. All right, once we get this 3-wave pullback in the wave 4. All right, guys, so do anticipate that to happen, and let's move on to the S&P. So the S&P making all-time highs, making new all-time highs. So as you notice here, right, this trend channel, which is taken from wave 1 and wave 2 as per Elliott wave theory, it gave us resistance. All right, so based on that, we also gapped up, and we should be able to fill this gap. Let me delete this so that you guys can see. I know that we've been looking at this as, coming into our previous videos, as this was wave 1 and 2, right? But this was our conservative view, and given the fact that we did not get that, and rather instead we ramped up higher, I'm viewing this as a wave 1 now. So up in 1, up in 1, down in 2, up in 3, down in 4, and an impulse into wave 5. So this gap here, okay, that comes in at let's see, 4,046 or 4,050 down to 4,020 should get filled, which it's not really, there's no price history behind it, so we should see some sort of support once it gets filled. Alternatively, if we take our fib retracement tool, okay, from the low of wave 1 to the high, then we can see that actually, as we've been noticing, these have been shallow retracements. So let's turn on the 2.36 and the 382, and sure enough, the 23.6 comes within the vicinity of the gap that we had today. So we should expect some pullback in the three-way fashion down to the zone, and there will be opportunity for a dip buy. We did get into some opportunities today. We did get into some trades. Just as a start, I don't always recommend going in heavy. Just put in some allocate enough capital so that you can scale in. And those trades are Amazon and Apple. All right, we'll review those in a minute, but let's go on to AMD. Our trade on AMD is looking quite positive. All right, and so this is what we're looking at AMD. Coming off from the January 11th high, we dropped into three waves, A, B, and C. All right, it deleted. Sorry, guys. So this was wave 4. So now we're looking to wave 5. Let me hide this over. Wave 5, and so we went up in 1, down in 2, okay, which was pretty deep and had us concerned. So if we take a retracement, okay, wave 3 came down roughly at the 78%, a little bit more, almost at 100% extension, which is rare, but it's not out of the question. So we retraced almost 100% of the entire wave 1. So we had our stop right below the 73 area, which would have invalidated this wave count. So now that we've found support and we're now moving up higher, I am viewing this as wave 1, down in 2, and we're in the making of wave 3. So where will wave 3 land? If we take our fib extension now from the low of wave 1 to the high of wave 1 down to wave 2, we can see that this is pretty modest, a 200% extension of wave 1, but ideally we like to see a 100% extension, which brings us to an 85 to 87, 86 price point of wave 3. We can definitely go higher, right, to let's say the 1618, which will take us to 92. And if we note, we always have to take a look at this, guys. We just can't go off just the Elliott wave interpretation, but we also have to match our fib levels to some sort of support. So where will this land us? So that lands us somewhere between 94. The 100% extension lands us somewhere in between 85, which, as you can see, it's falling within areas of support where AMD had reacted to in the previous price action. So my first target will be 85. We will probably expect a pullback, all right, but that is my bullish interpretation. My bullish interpretation. Then we took a trade in Apple. All right, so I'm just gonna show you guys real quick why we took this trade in Apple. So let me take a quick snippet. Please bear with me. Okay, actually I'll show you guys later. So Apple has been a tricky one, right? It's been in this price zone or some sort of accumulation for the past 41 days. And given the fact that we have the Nasdaq and the S&P breaking to all-time highs, I do anticipate that on the short-term trade, we could capture at least 1 to 3% in Apple. So we took that trade today. The other trade that I took was on Amazon, and I do want to show you guys this, Amzn. So in Amazon, right, I've been eyeing this wave count for a very long time now, and Amazon was in a period of consolidation for about, let's see, from wave 3 to wave 4, or even here, right, roughly 256 days, guys. All right, from July to March. All right, and back in, let's see, back in, let me look for this chart. Okay. Okay, here we go. So back in, oops. So here, back on March 15th, all right, I posted this chart on the group that Amazon was trying to break out of this multi-month consolidation zone, and that we will probably be looking into getting a trade in. And so we waited a little bit for the price to reach or to bottom, right? We're looking for wave C. If I take it down to the 1 hour time frame, excuse me. Once we saw wave 4 complete, right, this was a little bit tricky to count, but we counted 5 waves here in the ending diagonal. We then sold off and try to correct into 3 waves, right? This was a flat A, B, and C, which gave us a support level at the 61% retracement of wave A. So we entered. I entered this trade today. We should expect a pullback down to support of wave 1 or even the support of wave B. All right. At which point I do anticipate that we can reach somewhere in a first target to the 34.29 to the 34.50 price range into Amazon. Another chart to be looking for is Uber. So this chart, I am eyeing out a trade. I do anticipate Uber will be going up higher. Okay, I did post this on our Instagram group that Uber was in a zone of breakout after this triangle formation. So when we finished wave 3, we consolidated into 5 waves in E. So wave A, B, down in C, up in D, down in E, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 swings into wave 4, and we had our stop right below the extreme of wave C. So now we're pushing up higher, wave 1 down in 2, which we found support the 23.6 retracement, and we're now going up higher. If I show you guys this post that we did before on Uber, you know that this is how we prepare in the group. Please bear with me. Here we go. I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. So you see here, right? Oops, here on March 25th, we posted this chart on Uber. We were anticipating this move up higher, and so we got it today or in the past few days. Okay, so that's my analysis for today, guys. Again, taking you back to the NDX. Let's just wait to see when these gaps get filled. So, also on the S&P. All right, guys. So thank you so much again for watching these videos. Please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up. It'll really help the channel out. Also, it's free to join our group. The link to join is in the description. We have a growing community, and so look forward to seeing your faces and look forward to seeing you there. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Take care. Bye.